Well, hello folks, and welcome to the Guyman Pioneer Days Parade 2018 edition. It's the 86th annual Pioneer Days, started in 1933. I'm Ken Stonecipher, and I'm here with the Grand Poobah, the Marshal, the voice of the Guyman Pioneer Days Parade, Mr. Odie Nunley.
Hey, and it's good to have you here today, Ken. It's a real beautiful morning here, along with Lanny Wilson helping us out today. This is looking for a real good parade. It's a real good time for people here in the Guyman area. They're gathered in here alongside the parade route. You see it's getting ready to come down the way, and we're looking for a real good parade again this year.
Yeah, now Lanny Wilson, he's our color commentator because he doesn't know anything. But he will provide excellent color. Lanny, how long have you been coming to this parade?
Since I was in the second grade.
Folks, that was 1936, the third year of the parade, when Lanny was in the second grade.
I think that's the same year they signed the Organic Act.
Hey, it's,
right.
Organic, yeah.
So
it was the organic. Let's keep it clean.
We have a lot of real
he sees flashing red lights, he gets the wrong idea.
Original history here with us here. And so we want to appreciate the PTCI for allowing us to present this to you this parade today. And Mr. Sean Hansen and his staff do a great and outstanding job providing for us the electronic needs that we have. You know, they even have a cow, they call it a cow, out there right across on 11th Street off of Sunset that provides a tower when our visitors come in here, that they have access to their Wi-Fi. They can keep in touch with home. Many of the cowboys have responsibilities back at the ranch or various places, and so there's communication. So that's something that's provided by the telephone company. We certainly appreciate that. It's a great thing.
And I'm proud to say that PTCI, speaking of electronic needs, they also got new batteries for Lanny's pacemaker. So he wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that.
That's right, and they provide a lot of these good services here. But we try to provide a little bit of color for the parade today. We hope that you'll enjoy it.
Well, we see the flashing red lights. Either someone returning home from Bob's is getting pulled over again, or the parade's about to start as we're here at the corner of 5th and Main Street. We want to mention to you folks early and often that the parade sponsor this year, Great America Ford, Lee and Mindy down there, do a great job. They sponsored our rodeo queens, and they're our parade sponsor, and they've allowed us to use some vehicles to transport the queens around, and they've just been a great new sponsor and a great new business here in Guyman. We're proud of them. Great America Ford.
Yes, many other sponsors in our Guyman area. This is what makes this a great and wonderful time of the year, celebration. People like to come.
So Odie, I should ask you, how many parades is this for you? When's the first time you can remember coming to the parade?
Well, this is right at my 33rd year of being a little bit of color or comment on the parade here. We started that back in the early 80s. Pastor Don Chaffin of the First Baptist Church got to televising this. Originally, Ken, Cablevision was right down here on 4th Street, and they just put a camera out there and turned it on, and when people walked by, it was just there. They recorded it, or it was live at that time.
It was a live
shot.
You
could just see, but there was no commentary whatsoever. And so we started along about that time of putting a little voice to it and adding a little color.
You know, Odie, after today, they may go back to that format.
I think you might be right. Well, luckily, we will have a chance to edit this broadcast before it goes out on the air. So if you're looking at us now, it's probably 2 weeks hence. You're probably still working on your post-Pioneer Days hangover and trying to catch up on your sleep and slim down, maybe get a little exercise after hopefully having a very large time Pioneer Days. Now, we were talking about before we went on the air here, Saturday, May 5th, 2018, it's the perfect storm. The Kentucky Derby, Pioneer Days, and Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
So we're calling it the Pioneer Cinco de Derby.
Yes.
So our plan is watch a horse race, go to the rodeo, have some Coors, eat some tacos.
Well, yes, and lots of folks was in town already. Yesterday they had the Rotary Barbecue, which is always a fun gathering here, and people gather in, haven't seen one another in a long, long time. And also this morning, this Saturday morning, Old Timers breakfast, and that's always well attended. Old Timers, people meet and visit folks that haven't seen in some time. Also, the Guyman Fire Department, which we greatly appreciate for their services here in our area. Those fellows have a breakfast of a morning, and they invite us retirees and other people. Got a fine staff out there, young men that are really energetic and train well, and certainly have provided great services for our area here by their services. And dry as it's been this year, they've been on the call and on the go a lot. Sent a team off down toward the Woodward area back when they was having their terrible fires recently, and even had one crew to go up into Baca County, Colorado, and help fight fires. So it's a team effort around here with our surrounding fire departments, and they gather in here, Landy, and we'll see them represented today.
An interesting side note, there's a reporter here from the Washington Post doing a story on rural fire departments. So he was out there at the fire department taking some photos, also came out to the rodeo to do a little photo essay on the Pioneer Days Rodeo. So some national coverage, national news, which of course, well deserved. I'm really proud of those guys, the Guyman Fire Department, and the police and the sheriffs, all the guys, the county workers that help in our EMS folks. Boy, we couldn't do it without them. They're lifesavers.
That's right.
Literally.
Yes. Oh, it's a safety issue for all of us to know we have that kind of help available, and it is handy.
And I believe
Well, speaking of our service people, folks, if you get a chance to go down Sunset and look at that rodeo facility that has been improved by Pete Hedrick and his crew, that is just fabulous. I mean, that place looks great. It looks better than it's ever looked.
Yes. Last night I was
a lot of work from the city boys.
Yes. Last night I was out there and just observing. Lanny, you and your boys from times past have done a lot of work out there building the holding chutes for the stock. We know that they're safe and they're secure out there. You guys have done a lot of work, and it's really looking good. The new fence we have there that's just a safety issue. So
you know, and I shouldn't say this, but since Lanny Wilson has retired from Wilson Welding, they have become twice as fast.
Oh, is that right?
It's fantastic. Yes, their work productivity is just skyrocketed.
Well,
they thought they should have done. Well, had they known they were going to be that fast after Lanny
they
retired, they would have done it years ago.
Ken, they learned a lot from Lanny. And,
how to take a coffee break, for example. That's very important.
They went to improving and working very diligently. Oh, they're really the skilled,
You know, over the 46 years, I've showed a lot of people what not to do.
Okay, see. So,
Don't do that again.
All right, you youngsters, go with Lanny. Try to learn what not to do.
No, in all seriousness, Lanny has contributed a lot of hours and a lot of materials to the building of that wonderful facility out there. And it's like Earl Helms had said, that this is one of the better rodeos around. They're recognized by the cowboys, professional cowboys. Over 1,000 come in, isn't that right, Ken?
Yeah, lots of contestants, lots of crew. In 2014, this rodeo was inducted in the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame. We're very proud of that. Of course, 2002, it was the large outdoor rodeo of the year in the PRCA. So it's really put Guyman on the map as far as rodeos go. If you travel around in western, oh, look at that kid standing in the middle of the road.
But,
I think he's going to lay down and try to get kicked by the color guard. That's what I would do.
Yes.
If I was the color guard.
Yeah, Earl Helm and his volunteers have certainly getting things all organized, have been for the rodeo facility.
Yep. And we've got a new chairman this year. We're proud of him, Mitch Egger.
Yes.
Our local Edward Jones guys, kind of taking the reins there and has done a great job. Hey, and we also want to say thank you to Casey Rochoff and his crew from Lumbermart for providing our flatbed truck to sit on here. This is Parade Central right here at the corner of 5th and Main. And starting off with the local law enforcement folks, and I believe that is the fire department color guard.
Yes,
is that
right.
correct?
Right.
This is the first time I've been happy to hear sirens and see flashing lights approaching.
Yes.
I can tell you, most of the times, I'm a little more nervous. Well, the Guyman Pioneer Days Parade, and I got to tell you, this parade has grown, and you've seen it Odie wax and wane, but it seems like in the last few years in terms of attendance, people 5 and 6 deep lined in Main Street here and all the way down 5th Street towards the fairgrounds. It's great to see so many
Ken,
people
they
out.
say this could possibly be the longest parade in Guyman's history.
Well, that is going to really cut into my
It's not
nap.
because of the participants, it's because it'll seem longer with us.
Oh yeah, well you're right. If you got to listen to us for the
It'll
entire
seem
parade,
like a long
yes,
time.
you would rather go get a root canal than watch this again.
Well, we appreciate our law enforcement for their responsibilities also. There's our local police department.
You know who should really sponsor the parade is all the local dentist office, because more candy will be consumed today after the parade route because they're all throwing candy. And
Yes, sir.
so it's the 2018 Guyman Pioneers Days Parade, also known as Cavity Fest,
Yes.
and I think it's going to be great.
All right.
Well, what happened to this poor guy? He's got to run along. Is that? Yeah, it looks like Benji's. He has to run along the car and throw candy. Apparently, they have so much candy in the sheriff's vehicle that they didn't have room for him to. Hey, lock that guy up. They didn't have time to. There they go. There's our sheriff,
Yes, I'm Sheriff.
Ken Bowley, and here is the Guyman Fire Department. Color guard. And speaking of fires, it looks like the old-fashioned fire truck might make it back without blowing the radiator. Hey, you know that guy, don't you?
I know that guy. Now, that's Mr. James Adley. Got it done. That vehicle is nearly 100 years old.
Yes, now that's not a steam-powered truck, but it's steaming quite a bit.
Yes, it is steaming a little bit.
There's our fire chief, Dean McFadden. And he's got his short pants on, which are a lot more comfortable than your turnout gear for the parade. Okay. Well, there's the new brush truck, I think. Yeah, no, we've got all kinds of Kevin Brewer and the Guyman ambassadors. There's the Guyman Chamber President, Kerry Montgomery. And there's Casey Roach up there from Lumber Mart in the back. And of course, Medic 3, which is always standing by after Lanny goes jogging. Now this is a pretty neat vehicle right here. This is the
Rescue vehicle.
yeah, the emergency response, regional response unit. It's kind of a command service. It's got generators and communication. You can see the big satellite deal on the back. There's the Hooker Police. And folks, if you're watching this and you're not from the Panhandle area, it's not what you think. That's actually from the town of Hooker. The statewide impaired driving enforcement unit. Okay. Loud sirens. Now here's a neat vehicle. This is with the Pink Heels group. Raise money for cancer treatment. Do a lot of fundraisers.
Last night was Tough Enough to Wear Pink at the rodeo. And
Yep.
had a good attendance for that.
All right. Optima. The Guyman Fire Department. Have you noticed the older the truck is, the louder the siren?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Because what you lack in, horsepower, you make up for in decibels, I guess. There's the Huff brush truck.
That's a rural grass riding.
that's a neat looking ladder truck that goes by there. Here's the new Texas County Firefighters brush truck. Boy, that's a beauty. On this side it says "In God We Trust." On the other side it says "Everyone else pays cash."
That's exactly right.
These are all, many of them have volunteers that help. They are willing to drop what they're doing and go when needed to help
Well, it's a good thing it's a nice day out today, and if a fire breaks out somewhere in the county, they're going to have to put it out with the garden hose because every fire truck is here in the parade.
One of the nice things that we have in this area, they all will pull in and help one another when there's the need.
Well, that's exactly right. Yeah.
That's a real security for.
You know, they had that brush fire not too long ago up at the Beasley place, and had folks from even across the line in Texas and Kansas come over and help, and
yes,
everybody's willing to pitch in.
Got it stopped quick before there's very much damage.
Yeah. Well, there's the folks from Hardesty, the Hardesty fire truck, and Texoma. That's the great thing about Pioneer Days, Odie. It's not just a Guyman celebration, it's really a Panhandle celebration. Everybody in the surrounding communities.
Yes, right.
Texoma, Hooker, the folks at Huff, Hardesty, Hopper, Goodwell.
But it's a joint effort, and it's a time for a good fellowship.
And there's the folks from Goodwell, the Goodwell Fire Department.
These volunteers, they spend a lot of time training and preparing themselves. It's a safety issue for them to know what to do and what not to do in many.
Yeah. Well, I've got some good news, ladies and gentlemen. I believe the sirens have finally passed. Lanny, how's your hearing?
It's good. It's good.
Now? Oh, I spoke too soon. Thank you to the folks from Baker for ruining my day. All right, here comes the entry from Apollo MedFlight, our local emergency medical transportation service.
Yes, they stay pretty active. It seems like they're called on quite often, but
it's a great service to have.
That's
you,
right.
You
Yes.
get
When people need to be moved out to someplace else.
Right.
Amarillo, Oklahoma City.
There's the smallest ambulance in town. Kind of looks like a clown car. Well, speaking of Great America Ford, there's some of the beautiful vehicles. Here are parade sponsors. Great America Ford, Lee and Mindy Rogers and the crew. It's a beautiful Lincoln Navigator. That right there is a Shelby F-150, 804 horsepower, a little over $100,000 on the sticker there. And the Black Ops F-250 behind it. Both of those are available. Yes. Well, maybe by the time you see this, they'll be sold, but nice looking vehicles. Neat thing about Lee and Mindy, they've really brought some, really put a lot of inventory down there at the Ford store, and got some specialty vehicles like those two because of Lee's connections in the industry. So
yes, and it's a real treat for us that they brought them in to put them in the parade so we can see them.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, those are neat. All right, well, as we look down the parade route here, of course, the Longhorns.
They quit giving away candy. They're giving away cow pies now.
Yes. Well, we had candy before, and now it's road apples and cow patties. Well, it's a great thing about a live parade.
I bet you those kids don't get so close to this.
Yes, we have the Longhorns. I think that those are stationed up at Garden City, Dodge City.
No, I think they come from Woodward, actually. I think it's the Chain Ranch in Woodward.
I see.
those folks there, Mr. Chain, these Longhorns have been in parades down at Fort Worth at the stockyards and all over. He said this is the one set of cattle he's actually made money on. He made more money on showing these in parades than he's ever raised any for beef.
Well, it's a real privilege for us to be able to see them this close, but they've been in the parades, and we don't have to worry so much about them. They know what to do, get in the middle of the street, come right on down.
That's exactly right. You look at this bunch, and boy, some really neat. There's the change right there.
Yeah, right.
Look at morning.
We appreciate them.
Yeah,
doing the effort. There's a lot of work in getting them out, and getting their horses all up and ready and everything to come to the parade.
Yeah.
So, but that's what it is about a parade. It takes lots of effort to get whatever your vehicle, whatever your float is, whatever it is. It takes a lot of work to get out and
I think that one smelled your cologne, Lanny.
Yeah.
Are you wearing chute number 5 again?
I am.
It's a rodeo cologne.
That one don't like the way they're going. That's not the way back to the feed.
He's like, I don't know about
wagon.
all this. You said there was hay at the corner.
Yeah. Uh-oh, there's short winners.
Short winners, yes.
Short winners.
It's good to see Short up out and around today and helping with the Longhorn.
All right, here's Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma. Of course, they're our one of the rodeo sponsors. We appreciate those guys.
Yes.
Jamie Mitchell, John Grunwald, their CEO. And, oh, look, they're passing out some bouncy balls. And, oh, that's good. See if they can hit a kid with a ball. Oh! It's your last chance to bomb the children. I love it.
Now they're coming out with the game. Right. But kids get right on the float and have a lot of fun also during the parade.
Okay, Lanny, we decided before the broadcast that you're our tractor expert.
Yeah.
What do we got there?
That's a John Deere 830 diesel. That's one of those first ones that come out like that. And they did a lot of work, a lot of change when they first hit it. It was a lot better than a team of horses.
Here's the Guyman High School cheerleaders. And Miss Rodeo Oklahoma. She's also the reigning Miss Rodeo Guyman. That's Taylor Spears. And then our Miss Rodeo Oklahoma team, Macy Brown, riding alongside with her. And here they come, the pride of the Panhandle, the Guyman High School Marching Band. We'll listen to the musical stylings, and Lanny may go ahead and sing along.
They're moving right along.
Oh, we get to sing along here. All right, here we go. Ba, ba, ba. So good, so good, so good. Ba, ba, ba. Lanny, did you play in the marching band in high school? Lanny, did you play in the marching band in high school?
I certainly did.
What did you play?
I started off with a baritone sax, got too heavy, I went to the drums.
There's our parade marshal, Mr. Carol Gibble. Joe Carol Gibble.
Yes. And our Pioneer Day Queen, that beautiful 1956 Thunderbird.
Yes. Miss Rollins.
Yes, Berdine Rollins. And here's some of the visiting state queens, rodeo queens from all over the country. Miss Rodeo Illinois, Miss Rodeo New Mexico. There's 13 visiting state queens. There's Miss Rodeo Kansas on the back.
They love to come down to Guyman for
Yes.
the Pioneer Day Parade, and they participate out at the rodeo and eat performance.
Yep. And all 13 of those visiting state queens are staying at my house. My house has turned into a sorority house. We call it the Alpha Falfa Hay sorority.
All right then.
Now this is the Point Rock Riders, the 70th year they have ridden to Guyman from Elkhart. They arrived in town yesterday. We're always glad to have them a big part of the Pioneer Day celebration.
Yes, and to make that trip down, of course it's a overnight trip to make her all the way down. But we appreciate those fellas also getting out and girls.
See this fella right here riding the donkey. He's been on all 70 of the rides.
We had some of our locals that join in also to get along and join in the downtown Friday morning gathering here.
Right, they arrive in town on Friday in time for the Rotary Barbecue, which was yesterday.
Yes.
And we're always glad to have them. Well, there's a fellow with just one leg riding on that horse. He can still two-step, it just takes him twice as long.
Yes.
Right.
Here's Dan Fisher for governor. Well, at least it's his sign. That does not look like Dan, unless he's incognito.
That's a nice team of horses pulling that.
Yeah, beautiful wagon there. And Haley Locke, 5-state fair queen. Glad to have her along.
Yes.
And I don't think it's fair. She seems more than just a fair queen to me. She seems like a great queen.
Yes. Great queen.
Miss Hooker, Oklahoma Sweetheart. And here's a beautiful Chevy Impala convertible. I'm going to say that's about a 65 or a 66. The Guyman Fiesta Royalty, King and Queen of the Guyman Fiesta. Great celebration that we have here in the early fall right downtown in Guyman. Well, breaking the action.
Louie.
Yes, as we play Name That Tune with the next marching band. Well, once again, we say thank you to our friends at Great America Ford for bringing to you the 2018 Guyman Pioneer Days Parade. You know, it's been a long time since I've been at the parade, Odie, because usually after I get done announcing at the rodeo and then playing the dance, I'm checking my eyelids for leaks about now on Saturday morning.
I'm sure, but you were at the down at Bob's last night after the rodeo,
Right.
and Bob also hosts welcoming the Cowboys back in Wednesday night or Thursday night.
Yeah. I'm glad to say that my band was the best band there last night.
Oh, good.
Probably not as good as the Guyman Junior High Band because we do not know this song and we don't have any tubas.
But your band does participate throughout the year at various places.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, again, about our fine rodeo, it's like, it's been said by many of them. A lot of us don't get a chance to go to Las Vegas, but we go to the Guyman Pioneer Day Rodeo, and it's as near as close to the
closest you can get to the national finals. That's right. It's kind of the finals in the spring.
Yes.
We like to say it's where the champions come to play the first weekend in May.
That's right.
Probably more gold buckles to the Guyman Pioneer Days Rodeo than just about any rodeo you can see. World champions.
Yes, when you watch national finals, you'll see names that you'll see here participating. Junior High Band.
I can tell you one thing, some of those kids are not near fat enough to be playing the tuba.
see a good number in the junior high. Of course, many of them will go ahead and be in the high school band. Keep it supplied to high school, stepping right up. I think over in Enid, Oklahoma on this first Saturday, they have a 5-state international, or it's a tri-state maybe, invitational band concert over there. And so there's lots of bands from everywhere go, which maybe they might would come to Guyman, but they got that other invitation, and many of them go to Enid for a big parade festival.
I was actually in that when I was in high school. Went to Enid.
Oh, is that right?
Our band did.
Yes.
And won outstanding field marching.
Yes, sir.
Out of
Oh, yes, I attended that a time or two, and there was lots of bands from everywhere come there. All right, another one of our officials who's running for.
Yeah, Brad Raven,
Yeah.
Republican, running for the state house, and it's good to see those folks out here.
Yes, yes.
Of course, when you're out here in the Panhandle, not always thought about downstate, so we need good representation, and glad to see some folks throwing their hat in the ring, so to speak.
Mr. Lamb.
So, if Brad was gonna, there's Brad there in the back.
Yes.
I assume that's his wife. If not, he probably shouldn't have been on TV.
Yeah, that's right. So.
All right, here comes the Texas County 4-H. Another great program for our young people in agriculture. You know, when you have to take care of animals and tend to chores, learn some important life lessons.
Yes, and then there's other activities they're involved in. The learning public speak, which is a good experience, and because many of them they get started off on being able to communicate. It's just a fine program, truly a fine program.
So yes, Chris Ming there driving the tractor for the 4-H float. Ashley Ming is the education coordinator for 4-H. See them go by.
Yes.
And I don't know who that guy has to be in the giant 4-leaf clover suit, but I bet that's getting a little warm.
I think so.
Well, the Coffee Memorial Blood Center, an aptly colored red Ford pickup for the blood drive. Thursday, May 10th, which may be, I hope folks, by the time you see this, you've already given some blood.
That's right. Mr. David Black.
Yeah, that's a neat old car.
Yes.
That's 29 Ford Touring, and I'm not sure what you call that.
This is Terry Spurlock. Yeah, he's rat rod.
Called a rat rod. All right.
All. They just they build those.
Here's some more Queens.
Yeah.
They probably don't have
Hi,
very much
girls.
money in them. They got a lot of work.
See you at the house. Of course, our Ram Rodeo sponsor, Edwards Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Dumas, Texas, providing the vehicles, and out at the rodeo, sponsor our pickup men.
Have a good team of pickup men for the rodeo, don't we, Ken?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, Jeremy Willis, Josh Pettit, yeah, they're three of the best in the business.
Yeah.
Sharp Construction, that's Daniel Marquez, local concrete contractor. I don't know how his concrete work is, but his trucks are fantastic.
Yeah, got some fantastic trucks.
No, I can tell you,
Yes.
we actually use them a bit in my business. They do a great job.
Those are forms on the side of their trailer there.
There is, yeah.
There. That's pretty neat.
Okay, Laddie, name that tune. Come on, you got Louie Louie. We'll have it. Travis Halfcoat.
Boy, that's a solid sound right there.
Yeah, that's the elementary school, man.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job.
Yes.
I'm going to have to stop calling him Travis Halfnote. He's going to do that good.
It looks like they've been trained and real good.
Yeah.
That's a fairly long march for them. I think they started about 12th in Main Street. Still yet they finish up out at 4th, out at Sunset, but it's a pretty long route for them. Well, we have another good old tractor that once in the field. It looks original. It hadn't been painted up.
Oh, it looks like an old Minneapolis Moline with a hand crank on the front.
Yeah.
Kenton Patskowski for State House, and I'm sure I said that wrong.
Yeah.
I'm glad he didn't enter the rodeo. I wouldn't have to want to call that name last night during the bull ride.
Right.
They did have a bull last night that was named after my fourth son.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's called Unexpected.
Oh, man. But that bull really did buck good.
Yeah, he did buck good. All right, here's the folks from John Deere Green Country Equipment. 7 locations across the High Plains.
Yes.
And
Mr. Ford, local manager here.
yeah, not only do they sell new equipment and used equipment, they also do great service. They just put a new motor in my wife's lawnmower.
Oh,
She's
is that
so
right?
excited about it, yeah.
Oh, yes. All right. Green Country. Well, they have some beautiful vehicles. When I say vehicles, they got vehicles and they've got work equipment.
Well, here's the guys from the XIT Rodeo and Reunion.
Yes.
First full weekend in August, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I'm glad to see them there. If you get a chance, you've never seen that rodeo, that's a good one.
It's always good to see them come along and participate and be a part of the Pioneer Days rodeo parade.
Yeah. And of course the XIT Rodeo Queen.
Yes.
Yeah, a long time rodeo. Of course, we're in the middle of rodeo country. This is some of the best rodeos in the world right here in the 5-state area. Storied histories
Yeah.
like XIT and like the Guyman Pioneer Days, which started in 1933. There's the littlest bunch of the XIT crew. Now let's see what we have coming here.
One of the local restaurants.
Oh yes, the Soul Family Restaurant, right down there at the truck stop, the corner of 12th and
Highway 54.
Highway 54. Oh, they're gonna have a Mexican rodeo deal in Hooker. Looks like it's today, the Gran Colladera. Well, you know,
Yeah.
a lot of our Western heritage comes from south of the border.
Yes.
You see a lot of these guys in their charro attire, the big saddle horns. Guys well known for their horsemanship.
Yes.
Actually, the word rodeo comes from the Spanish word rodear, which means to go around. So a lot of things like vaquero, which turned into buckaroo, and lariato, which turned into lariat. A lot of the words and the terminology we use in rodeo comes from this.
It's such a fine gesture for them to come and participate like this, be a part of the rodeo, and helps us to see.
And here's a very important float, the legal aid services.
Yes.
Anna Espinoza, Tara Norris.
Ken, did you see that one horse out to the outside, really high stepping?
Yes.
That's kind of the way I was at the dance last night.
I thought
for
so
just
too.
a little while.
I was really worried you were going to break out into a river dance. And once you got that knee replaced. Health Watch, Home Health. Go by. Let's see what we got here. Oh yes, the Heritage Community.
Yes.
A great facility here in Guyman.
It really is, and I visit out there occasionally, and people there are really enjoying themselves. Even they happen to be in that facility.
Who was that, Lanny? In that 32 Ford.
There's a visitor from over in Kansas.
Okay.
I don't know who that
There's the original Gator.
is. Yes.
Yeah.
Another beautiful Ford convertible there.
Yeah, with a rumble seat. Oh, if that rumble seat could only talk.
Yes.
Speaking of Wilson Welding, here they are. The Wilson Welding truck.
Mitch driving.
And Monty Python Spamalot, May 18th through 20th and 25th through 27th. Guyman Community Theater putting on that play. It'll be a lot of fun. It's a neat comedy. You'll enjoy that. Make sure you go out and see that. And here's the riders that apparently showed up late with that other group, and so now they're trying to catch up. Wow. Well, a tribute to our veterans there. That is a pretty neat looking military vehicle. I have no idea what it is, but it looks like it can go anywhere you want.
Yes, probably a surplus vehicle. Not in use anymore. Maybe don't need it. But it's always good to see those come around. Reminds us of days gone by.
That is the original Winnebago motorhome before they kind of, they were a little bit rough when they started.
Yes. Great concept. Well, beautiful Corvette.
And Relay for Life. They have their annual event here in Guyman. Another cancer support group. This is Vibe.
Another communications program. Provide service for a lot of people. You have a choice here in Guyman.
But of course, we choose PTCI because that's where you're.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
That's just, we're not going to talk too much about them because we're on the PTCI channel.
They're established here and have a lot of fine young personnel that is on the job out.
There's a little guy that's excited about voting. Oh, the Texas County Democrats. Shouldn't he be driving on the left side of the road? Lanny, the Democrats are supposed to be on the left side of the road, aren't they?
They should be.
They're going the wrong way.
Well, I've been saying that about the Democrat Party for a long time. Oh, look at that. An old Ford Ranchero.
Yes.
The front's good for a drive and the back's good for a lot of things.
Actually, the State House.
Who do we have here? Oh, it's H&R Block. I've got a lot of time to be in the parade now because, tax time is over.
Yes, yes. They stay pretty busy and have a good staff out there, personnel to take care of business that are running late or otherwise.
Oh, here's the American Legion. That's a neat old Army
Post
truck.
number 31.
Here's a nice new Ford Expedition. Think about getting me one of those. Those are nice. And a Ford, a couple more vehicles from Great American Ford, our parade sponsor. They let the rodeo queens have one of those brand new Expeditions to drive around. Boy, that is a nice vehicle. Nice vehicle.
We're having just another little bit of a break here. It was Pioneer Days, the weekend, a lot of activities around. Got the carnival that's already set up out at the fairgrounds there. And, then having other mercantile in the activity building there. People setting up various
nice craft
issues.
show, yeah.
And so lots of participation there. There's always a lot of things to have fun with during Pioneer Day weekend.
Well, here's Panhandle State. Dr. Tim Fulton, the president there in the center in the straw hat. And our Panhandle State Spirit Rider. She's been carrying the flag during the rodeo. Of course, Panhandle State's rodeo team won the region and their rodeo last weekend. You know, for the last 10 days, Guymon, Oklahoma really becomes Rodeo Town, USA. Started off with the Doc Gardner Memorial Rodeo.
Yeah, that's right. They had a good rodeo this year, too. They always do.
Yeah. 6-time national champions. And Dr. Fulton has just really done a great job really branding Panhandle State.
All over the place, yes.
And
Coach was over yesterday helping at the Rotary Barbecue, and many of his players, and they was helping doing the cleanup, stack up the tables and all. Volunteer service, just community-minded and wanting to give back to the community as they receive from the community. Great school, and we'd like to see.
Here's the Panhandle State Rodeo team.
Yes.
Of course, Will Martin, regional champ of the bareback riding, regional all-around champ, and the men's team on their way again to the College National Finals Rodeo. We wish them the best of luck. See if we can bring home a 7th national title.
Just a good brand of young people there.
Yeah, there's Dustin Martinez right there in the front. He's a bull rider. I'm surprised he's staying on that horse, but he's doing a pretty good job. Usually the bull riders don't get along. And then the coach in the back, that's Robert Etbauer, Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame inductee, 2-time world champion saddle bronc rider. And I tell you, he does such an outstanding job with those kids. I'm really proud of him and his whole family and what they do for Panhandle State.
And all of those young cowboys that come to school there, it's a great privilege for them to have him as their coach.
Eddie Fields running for Lieutenant Governor and Sure Finance, which if I have to buy any more Coors Light for the volunteers down there, I might need to go there and get a loan.
Get a loan.
Credit card, yeah. Physical therapy, I could use some of that. On the move, solutions for healing. I tell you what, if they were dragging a little trailer with a massage table, I'd jump on it. You guys would have to finish the parade by yourself.
We need to see that kid's driver's license.
I think you're right. Now let's see who we got here. Bank of the Panhandle. Our saddle bronc riding sponsor at the rodeo. Bank with your friends and neighbors. It's close. That was close. Steve Baggerly, the president there, and all the crew. This is Trunchbull Service. We do a lot of construction work and service for all the hog facilities. They also have a convenience store and the tire store. another great local business here.
Yes. One of those businesses brought into Guyman and has done well and provided a lot of service for people in the area.
Yeah. Colton Buckley, conservative Republican for State Representative District 61. Is that him in the back? Hard to say.
Not sure.
I don't think we could vote for him. It looks like he only shaves once a week.
Oh, Mr. Tuttle.
Yeah, that's a neat old Dodge pickup.
Yeah, and having Jennifer right in the back.
I knew that was Jennifer because she's got a T-shirt on that says cold beer.
Jennifer.
Oh, that's about a 57 Ford Fairlane, isn't it?
Oh, that's a 59. It's a retractable hardtop.
Cool. Hey, the Oklahoma Square Dance Federation. Not to be confused with the Oklahoma Square Head
Classic car.
Federation. Yeah, I guess you can win that Corvette. And it's only $1. Oh, I might get into that.
Yeah, it's about an 89 Corvette. The newer vehicles, Ken, they don't change as much, and it's harder to tell the difference in the year models on them.
Exactly.
The older cars, there was more of a change each year.
Billy Patton.
Billy Patton was running, and they have a horseless rider there that recognizing Mr. Hatfield.
Right.
Just recently passed away this year, and so these are.
I think that's a riderless horse.
Yeah.
The three of us are horseless riders.
There you go.
We don't have them.
They almost had two. when Billy mounted that horse, you have to get through it.
Oh, is that right? Oh, man. No, he wasn't talking so much yesterday, but at the barbecue dinner, I saw him, but I didn't realize he had just gotten bucked off.
Yeah. That horse didn't care for that flag.
Well, you remember back in the day, Lenny, you told me the story about your dad gathering the horse up out of the pasture one time a year to go to the Pioneer Days parade.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We wouldn't want to miss that, but they didn't. They certainly didn't take a lot of time getting him rode up and ready. Get the cockleburs out of his tail and let's go to town.
Yeah. Looked pretty woolly.
That was the true meaning of rodeo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one Dad named, he borrowed that one horse because we didn't have enough. And Daddy said, I'm gonna name that one Rug. He just looked like an old bad rug. he'd never haired off yet. Well, he looked bad.
Oh, that's a great thing about Pioneer Day. Everybody gets, you know. I think the other sponsors for the parade, besides the dentist, should be the car wash, because all these vehicles had to get. And it's not unusual to see a few horses down at the car wash too before the parade starts.
Wash them out. Faith Learning Center.
The Faith Learning Center.
Yeah.
And it's the Reader's Choice Award because they have the finest hay bales.
Yeah.
The whole parade. They
Sure.
look good on that trailer.
Yeah.
Not very well.
Well, there's old Rick Furnish. Come up here, Rick. We can't see you.
You don't get enough talking?
Not at all. He said they made him shut in about 3 last night.
PTCI.
So,
Yes.
Here's the great PTCI. Heads up, Rick. Here's the PTCI. Oh!
There.
Come on. One more.
well, I snagged that baby, didn't
I
I?
could have been a contender.
Snagged it.
PTCI, your broadband
I did.
solutions, digital television, telephone.
Connie Hawkins there, just driving the vehicle
Good
there.
catch.
Yes, it was.
Direct TV, and of course, bringing us live on the air here. Well, not live, but live to tape for the 2018 Pioneer Days Parade. Well, you know,
Did you notice that when Rick Furnish pulled up here, all these bubbles appeared?
yes.
Lots
He's
of
selling something, and I don't know what it is.
I don't think he's. I think he's burping from last night. I think that's just. Yeah, of course, Rick Furnish, longtime manager of the Hitch Ranch, now retired and the proprietor of Bob's Cowboy Bar, which is a little bit like hiring a fox to run your hen house.
Well,
We gotta get these kids out of the street. Panhandle Pest Control and Brad Raven for State House. There's a nice tribute to our military, all the flags, the
Yes.
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines.
recognizing the POWs.
I tell you what, can we pan over there to the guy in the blue shirt? He's the biggest.
That's Chris Liebman.
Yeah, Chris Liebman, the biggest cheerleader on the parade. He is encouraging people to come along. I'm proud of him.
Having a lot of fun, especially when it comes by with the flags like that.
That's bus 6 books. I don't know what that is. What do we got here? I don't know, but there's the end of it. How do I know? Because it says the end right on
the end. There's I guess in the book, Ken, there's a beginning and then there's the end.
That's the end.
And a good book.
Yeah. They actually invited Lanny and I to ride on that bus, but they were afraid we would lick the window, so they made us come up here and be on the TV.
Yeah, right. There you go. Well, it's good to have you guys along here because we're reminded of this Pioneer Days parade and the activities throughout the day. We had a rodeo last Friday night. That was last night. We're having rodeo this afternoon. Before the rodeo, they're having a mutton busting. That's a lot of the little kids there get a chance to ride on the sheep.
Yeah, World Championship mutton busting. And I tell you what, we had some outstanding. We had a sheep there, 85 years old. Wooly Nelson was his name.
Wooly Nelson.
Yeah, old Wooly Nelson. And I think tonight Mark Woolberg is out.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So they're having
really good sheep.
Yes.
We had a sheep from all down Mexico way. We got him at Christmas. His name is Fleece Navidad.
Okay.
He's a good one.
Yeah, we want to see him. Is he up buck tonight?
Yeah, I think
this
so.
afternoon.
Got him in a high school dance team.
Yeah.
And they're going to do a dance. Fantastic. Because what? They're not the sitting team. That's us. This is the dance team.
All right. Then.
All right. We're going to watch a dance. As soon as the band. Hey, get out of the way, you band kids. We're trying to watch the dance.
They have a.
And there they go.
Now this is a short version because they're limited on time during the parade.
I know Lanny Wilson is getting happy feet right now.
Yeah.
Many of you don't know Lanny Wilson is a former world champion river dancer.
Yeah.
And he might get out.
This could cost me a half-sole job
No.
if I get out there on that brick.
Dance the leather right off your shoes.
The dance team goes to a lot of different places to participate, and so represent Guyman well.
Yay! Good job, Guyman High School dance team.
You might not see our Guyman golf team, but our golf team's done very well this year, and I just saw Roger McKinnon, and they were getting ready to go for the state competition, so we're proud of them for their hard work and for what they're providing for the students, the golf participation.
Now look at this tractor. This is a stripped out model. I think that's the Weight Watchers. It's very slim. Man.
Now this,
Lanny, that Alice Chalmers tractor might be older than you are.
Yes. I think so.
that's from the Art Hatfield collection.
He's got quite a collection, that's for sure.
Yes, he had an eye for the old pieces of equipment, old vehicles. Certainly did. He had a great collection of them.
Yeah, here's another one. I really like that old Guyman Tigers license plate on the front of that one. That's cool.
53 Ford.
And that's a Prowler, a Chrysler Prowler. A new car made to look like an old car.
Yeah.
It's like buying your jeans with holes in them already, like those kids do today. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, another beautiful old
That's
Corvette.
yeah, probably a late 70s model.
Yes. Another 59 Ford convertible.
Ford Galaxy. That's a
Cadillac.
Oh, there's no 68 Cadillac. And here's an early 80s Corvette. And of course, the old Willys Jeep. U.S. Army style. There's Barunda Oilfield Service from Hooker pulling this that beautiful Ram 4500. Oh, see, I think that's a T-Rex on the back of that. You don't want to take them out to dinner because their arms are too short to reach for the check.
Exactly.
They will eat, but they can't get the checkbook.
Yeah, exactly. All right, some more beautiful vehicles from our parade sponsor, Great America Ford. That's a brand new Explorer. Boy, that's pretty. And that Super Duty Crew Cab Dually F350. It's got the new 6.7 liter diesel in it. Quite a rig.
Lots of power.
Lots of power, and of course the new aluminum bodywork. There's an F250.
Yeah. Beautiful color.
Yeah, it's kind of Sooner crimson there, it looks like. Well, here's the Boy Scouts. Troop 163 from right here in Guyman.
Mr. Rich Maddox is a scoutmaster, along with some other helpers.
Yeah, we got Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, Explorers. I'm hoping when the Girl Scouts come by, they throw cookies. Here's the Halo Club from Guyman High School, the Hispanic American Leadership Organization. I think that was one of the groups that my son photobombed as a senior. He tried to get in every photo in the yearbook, including Halo.
Oh,
Here's Anchor D Bank, bank with, we love their brand of banking. Of course, 3 locations. The Freeman family, another great sponsor. Sponsor of the team roping.
Yep.
And Muley team roping back this year at the Guyman Pioneer Days Rodeo. That's been fun to watch.
yes.
The roping the steers with no horns makes for an exciting.
You know, it does.
Competition.
You know, it was talking about it as maybe a little more difficult, but I don't know. Ken, it looks to me like having just roped the horns was taking more skill.
Well, you know, the trick is when you're able to rope one around the horns, when you pull their head up, then they handle better around the corner. When you rope one around the neck, then it gets heavy on that rope, and it really takes a lot more horsemanship to handle that steer, keep him on his feet, keep him tracking well so your heeler has a shot to rope those back feet. So really brings out the cowboys. It's a real cowboy event.
Yeah.
Austin's outdoor equipment there. Boy, I hope my wife doesn't see that lawnmower. She'd make me buy her a new one.
There you go. You have lots of grass to cut. Well, that would be handy. Beautiful old Ford car there, Mr. Darrell Livesey, Carol Kirklandall, beautiful old Chevrolet.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Is that a Studebaker?
Studebaker.
Started in the covered wagon business, Studebakers. If you ever drove a Studebaker, it was not much different than a covered wagon.
Yeah, it's they're a little bit different. Lawrence made them in his '49 Ford.
Well, that's
He got that out of that movie Cars, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, it's grinning at the front.
Yeah, the front have a piece of a Pontiac grill in it.
Here's the best commercial float. Palacios Construction, J.J. Palacios.
Yeah.
And he's our facilities chairman at the rodeo.
Does a
His
great
guys,
job.
and boy, they do a lot of hard work. He's great at bringing volunteers, getting them involved. Really brought some new life to that rodeo committee. We sure appreciate all his hard work.
Uh-oh, what's that?
Finding their place in the community, and they're just doing a great job.
Money now, what a great idea. And fast cash.
Look out, guys, look out.
The Sons of the Confederate Veterans
High Plains Brigade.
from Stratford, Texas.
We'll have another little break here, Ken. You are helping with the announcing at the rodeo.
Yeah.
Who's your other helper there from down?
Andy Stewart from
Andy
Monroe,
Stewart.
Louisiana. Yeah.
All right, does a great job.
He does.
Has done. And keeps things live at the rodeo. Gives us lots of color, lots of insight on the various riders.
Yeah, I know it's a great partnership. Andy, one of the best rodeo announcers in the business. 5 times he's been nominated for Announcer of the Year. I think he has a real shot this year to be one of the announcers of the Wrangler National Final. So we're glad to have him. We're proud to have him, and he brings just enough stats and just enough information. But really, we know it's all about entertainment and making a good show for the folks. So, yeah, Andy does a great job. And what we do is we start about Friday morning. We'll take all the performances and then spend quite a few hours going through all those guys and looking up their statistics and finding as much information as we can on not only the riders but the livestock as well.
Sure.
So here's a car club, the Mopar Shakers of the Plains.
Yes.
A bunch of Dodge Challengers here.
These are part of the group. So just.
I think apparently that car was extra for mufflers.
Yes. Recently, I was on I-40 down in Arkansas, and there's a crew out like this, passed me, and they were going on a tour as a group. So those they sound a little bit better, a little bit different.
Now here's the one I like. There's an old Plymouth Roadrunner,
Yes.
383. Dodge Charger Daytona, and then the last Challenger of the group.
I'm still looking for the 57 Chevy. What I drove in high school, it wasn't a classic, it's just an 11-year-old car when everybody else had new ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I'm also a financial genius. I sold it for $25.
Oh man. All right.
Well, the shape that car was in, if you had kept it till today, it would be worth at least 50.
Yeah. I'm trying. It would have been improved.
Yeah, speaking of the rodeos, we have a little break in the action here. I hope y'all, as you're watching this, got a chance to come out and see that. But of course, lots of sponsors, lots of volunteers. That's what makes it all happen. But also, we've got the best bucking stock, peak car rodeo, classic pro rodeo, Pickett rodeo, Lancaster rodeo, Powder River, Hank Franzen from Wyoming. Really put together an excellent set of bucking horses and bulls. That really makes the rodeo to where the contestants want to come and get on. They've got a chance to win. and it makes it great watching for the fans.
And that is the style of the national finals. They get stock in from the various contractors that send their best, and
Yep.
so Guyman Rodeo is truly a great rodeo. And if she was talking about roping the muleys, that's different. Those were fresh every night, and I was saying they never know what they're getting when they go to rope.
Yeah. Well, and we are the only professional rodeo in the country that's roping muley cattle this year, so
Was that
makes
right?
us unique. Yep.
All right.
A&I Roofing and Repair. If you got a leak on your roof, and I don't mean because your bathroom doesn't work, but I mean you got a leaky roof,
Yeah.
those are the guys to call.
And they're pretty quick to get on the issue.
All right.
Another beautiful old Chevrolet, early 30s.
Look at this one. That Model T.
About a 29 Buick Riviera.
About a 67 model. isn't it?
About that. A Mustang.
Yeah, 5-liter Mustang. And another one.
Now, Lenny, that's a stock vehicle that comes right out of the showroom, and it sounds more like it's like a Indy car.
Yeah. I don't know what we charged Chris to get in, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, I
He's
think you're
having-
right. Kathy Costello for Labor Commissioner. So the Labor Commissioner, do they work like in the OBGYN? Is that the labor we're talking about, Odie?
I'm not quite for sure on those. I haven't ever had to contact that.
I know my wife was in labor for quite a while, and she could have used a commissioner
Yeah.
and to help things out. Oh, the Sunset Lane Baptist Church.
Mr. David Moore's pastor over there, and
Yeah, a new pastor.
they're doing a great job.
And here's the Texas County Family YMCA. They're helping us with the mutton busting.
Uh-huh.
That's another great. There's so many. I've been here at Guyman 25 years. So many new facilities and opportunities and programs in the last 25 years since we've lived here. That's
Yes.
one of them, the YMCA. We're glad to see them.
Yeah. Things improve. Another beautiful old Ford pickup. Another 30s Ford. Good.
All right, Lanny. I know you can get this song. It's "Do Your Ears Hang Low." Now, have you ever heard that song? I got it one piece at a time.
Yeah.
Look at this vehicle right here. He put that together with an Adapto kit and a Lincoln 110 welder in his garage.
I think that's a 2015 edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's old Bruce.
Now the old Dodge truck there, I can't catch you what model on that. That's about a 58 Ford pickup there.
Now, C&R Tire and Auto out of Hooker, it's a good place to shop because they don't spend a lot on their company vehicles.
There you
They've
go.
had that since the early 50s, and they're passing the savings on to you. I'm your ice cream man, stop me when I'm passing by.
Well, it looks like we're coming right down here.
Yep, here's the Guyman Police Department, Or, oh no, they're in golf carts. Apparently that's the Sunset Hills Golf Course Police.
Yeah.
Boy, if you hit one out of bounds, it's a fine.
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
I think
It
that
is-
wraps
keep
it
in
up.
mind.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Yeah.
The 2018 Guyman Pioneer Days Parade. Oh, here we are. We're back on camera. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Once again, we say thank you to PTCI, our parade sponsor, Great America Ford. And thanks to Casey Rochoff and Lumber Mart for providing us this fine vehicle to sit upon. Odie, I've enjoyed it. I'm glad you made it back.
Well, yes, it's good to have you along, Ken. You and Laney both giving us some color here. It was a lot of fun today to have this opportunity to share a little bit about the parade. It was a long parade, but it was a good parade today.
It was a good parade.
Yeah.
Great being with you, Odie.
Well, yeah.
You're the voice of Guyman Pioneer Day Parade, and Ken and I was kind of fearful that we was going to have to do this without you, but it was a real pleasure
All right. Well,
for you to get back and make it.
I'm glad I got to be here with you guys today, and it's good to have you come along and add a lot to this. A lot of folks tune in, they watch this because it's when PTCI puts it out, it goes all over to Laverne, throughout the Panhandle area here, and so folks like that couldn't get away to watch the parade, then they can get a glimpse of it. Back in the days when it was kind of live, a lot of shut-in folks would watch it, and they enjoyed the parade because they couldn't get around, or if they was on duty working. But this way, people even at the parade will be able to recap it once again. So we appreciate Sean and his helpers today in providing this setup today, and it was real good having you with us. So we want to encourage everyone that you enjoy Pioneer Days celebrations, and throughout the year, many sponsors will patronize them when you need them. But anyway, it's good to have you here today, and have a good day.
Yep, we'll sign off. Stay in school, kids. Don't do drugs.